Good morning, welcome to Betway's Waiter to Win. This Wednesday we're racing out at Hollywood Bets Greyville. We're on the poly. There are 8 races that we have to get through on the card, and Gary John is going to join me to take me through them race by race. Stay with us this afternoon. Hopefully we've got something lined up for you in terms of making some of the money today. Not easy, it's competitive racing, a lot of low division horses that are running, which makes it competitive, but they pay well. And that's really the end of the day, what you want to ultimately achieve is to get good dividends. Betway just reminds you that you get 6% on all tote wagers, so don't forget about that. As you generate turnover on a daily basis, there's an accumulative revenue that is waiting for you at the beginning of the following month. So when you open your account, all of a sudden you've got a bit of a positive balance there where you haven't deposited or haven't needed to as a result of your turnover with Betway on the tote. Right, and good morning to Gary John. He's with us. It's Monday morning, 10 o'clock. I beg your pardon, Wednesday morning, 10 o'clock. And Gary John, we can make some money today.
Morning, Clyde, and morning to all the punters. Yes, I do think today is a good day to make some money. I think the card is strong for us, and I think things should go our way today. Just speaking on the first race here, on Mac Dazzler, 3 runs on the poly for course and distance, 3 seconds. I was very indecisive with bankering this horse or loading. I do find that it does look around for company, and I do feel that it's the stable elect. Speaking on Real War, another horse I've added into my bar pot. I feel that it could pop up here, but it is a very tough ride from what I can see. But obviously having Veal in the irons, I'm sure he will get the best out of this horse. And then another horse that I've added in, Mr. Hot Stepper. I've got a few question marks to it. The form line is there, but it is coming off a long layoff of 185 days, which gives me the feeling that it could have problems, this horse. And please, guys, please add in number 5, Ticker Locks. I saw this horse very late in the day, and I've left it out my bar pot. Please add it in. I see a lot of value in this horse. Just going back to its previous form it's quite a while back to Main Defender, 4 lengths in the 4.5 lengths Main Defender, 7 lengths Cooper Whaler, 4 lengths Bristol Hercules. I do know that Mac Dazzler hasn't held on its last poly run, but it did come off a long rest. So, and its comeback run the other day was a great run. It showed gate speed. I think there's a lot of value in this horse, Ticker Locks. It could be the diamond in the rough.
Okay, there you go. Well found. So we're going to add that into the play then. Ticker Locks, who's currently at around 7 or 8 to 1, 2, 4, and now we're adding the 5 and 8 by Banker 2, by 2 and 7, by Banker 1, by 4, 6, 9, by 1, 4, 7 and 8. All right, welcome back. Second race on the card. Now it's time for the place accumulators to get underway. And, well, let's have a look at what Betway's done this morning in terms of the market. And it's even money about number 2, Art Nouveau. Now, I do know that Gary John likes us very, very much. Honey had a couple of runs going over the further. And one doesn't see going further as a problem, Gary John.
Clyde, I don't see the distance being a problem here. Just to talk on its first run over the 1200 to Destiny of Fire, there's been 3 winners out of there: Lady of Distinction, Hot Lava, and West Side Story. And then just to see this horse improve the next time over the 1400. What impresses me so much on the second run is if you take the winner, Coral Blaze, out, this horse would have won by 5 lengths. I do realize that it wasn't against much. But to know that this horse without Coral Blaze would have absolutely destroyed this field on the poly, I think this is definitely the horse to beat. I can't find a question mark. If you are looking for a danger, number 3, Sasha's Dream. It did run behind West Side Story, and Art Nouveau does have it held on that collateral form line, but it did lose 2 lengths at the start and cost a shoe. So I'm very strong in the camp here of Art Nouveau. My second choice, Sasha's Dream, but I banked this in my PA, and I'm going to be taking a few doubles with this horse into my best bet later on today.
Okay, there we go. So Art Nouveau, that's the one to beat. Just to go through the betting with you if we can. Number 2, Art Nouveau, is even money. Number 1, Perfectly Picked, is the second choice at 9 to 2. And then you've got Sasha's Dream, who's currently priced up at 11 to 2. Yellow Jacket is the next best in at 6 to 1. and they are betting something like 20 to 1 and better about the others. Let's go and look at the place accumulator. There it is. It's a 48 Rand cost, your PA Perm, and an affordable one this afternoon. All right, so we're back now. Let's get on to the next on the card, race number 3. In this particular event, they're going over 1,900 metres, where number 2, Canford Queen, is top of the boards at 28 to 10. 7, English Primrose for Keith Waterston, 28 to 10. They're joint favourites for Gary Rich. Obviously, Gareth Van Zyl trains Canford. Then you've got Off Limits. Louis Gerson, I see, had a winner the other day, and Off Limits number 5, 33 to 10. 7 to 1 about number 3, Lady is Champ. And then you've got Elusive Bell, who's priced up at 7 to 1. And it's 10 to 1 and better about the others. Don't forget that when you strike with Betway and you win, there's no tax. You're not taxed on your money at all. There's no 6% charge. You get your money straight back. That's basically what you just saw in that advertisement. All right, Gary John, it's pick 6 time. Let's hope we can catch a pick 6. Christmas is around the corner, but...
Yes, Clyde. Hopefully Christmas comes early for both of us today. Yes, in race 3, my first choice has to be English Primrose. I do know Canford Queen has beaten it before, but on its last run, I definitely have to lean towards English Primrose. And I also heard a little bit about this horse, that the stable fancy it strong today. And my second choice will be Canford Queen. Just obviously it's a clear second choice, with obviously having English Primrose held on some runs, but not recently. And my third choice here, Off Limits. I put all 3 in my pick 6. If you do want to add Off Limits into your bar pot and PA, I don't blame you one bit, because it's had 3 runs on the poly for a third, a win by 5 lengths, and also a fourth, 3.7 lengths Casoton. So Off Limits should definitely have a chance and be a danger to English Primrose, but I'm strong in the camp of English Primrose. I think it should get it right today.
Okay, that's the case with English Primrose in the third. There's a look at Gary John's pick 6 that you guys want to perhaps just jot down quickly. 257 by Banker 1, by 1 through 9, by 1 through 9, then Banker 2 later on, and then 1, 3, 5, and 6. All right, now it's jackpot time. Race number 4. We're going over 2,000 metres in this event. And note that King Bavarian was scratched this morning, has been taken out. So scratch number 6, King Bavarian. It will not be running today. 1, Lucretius for Carl Hewitson is the 28 to 10 favourite. Winner of its last start. And I see that there's been a bit of a penalty in terms of that victory. So make a note of that. Hopefully this horse can remain competitive. Then after that, in terms of the betting, the second choice is number 4, Circle of Grace. Cornet Species out there, 33 to 10, second choice. Then the third choice is this horse, Rastignac for Robin Klaasen at 4 to 1. Number 2, All Around the World, is trading at around 6.5, 7 to 1. Remember, this is over 2,000 metres. And perhaps that last start of All Around the World was over the 2,300, dropping back to 2,000, may well be in its liking. And then you've got number 8 on the card, Hiawatha Goldberg, who's the next choice in the market, and that's priced up at around 7 to 1. There is one more I must mention. Stewie Ferry's got 3, Blazing Light, 8 to 1, and then 10 to 1 and better about the others. But in your perm, Gary John, you went field, am I right?
No, Clyde, I've banked Lucretius here in everything, in absolutely everything. I've banked Lucretius. Yes.
In your pick 6, sorry, did you not go field? No. Did I see?
No. We field in the next 2 legs.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Okay, cool. So Lucretius is your play, eh?
Yes. I really like the way it won. I do know it was over the 2,300 on the turf, but I just feel this horse is versatile. It's had 4 victories on the poly in its career before, and I feel like this horse turned the corner. When I watched it last time, it came from stone last and one going away. And just speaking on its draws recently, it was draw 11 in the previous run. Okay, then it had a decent draw, but that was a turf. But its recent poly draws, the last 2 out of its 3 runs, haven't been drawn very friendly for it. I do know horses have it held, but Lucretius was draw 12 on the Tom Zach run that day. I think today, from a plum draw, the stable are having their winners. I really like this horse, and I feel the field it beat last time was a lot stronger than this. If you are looking for dangers in this race, Blazing Light and Circle of Grace, there is a little bit of value in these horses, but I do feel Blazing Light does have a sneak in this field. But I'm strong in the camp of Lucretius. I think it's going to get it right again.
Okay, so Lucretius is Gary John's banker this afternoon. And well, one of them anyway, where he bankers one here, then 4, 6 and 9 in the next leg. Then, yeah, that's 1 through 9 in the following leg. And banker number 2, Million Voices, in the last leg of the first jackpot. Okay, welcome back. Let's have a look at our next event on the card now. This is race number 5. It's run over 1,600 metres, and it's a handicap at the 73 level. Betway's got the source top of the boards. Kanisa and Lele at 33 to 10. That's number 4 on the card. 3 Zoom Bomber. Another one of the Cornet Spes horses is 5 to 1 second favourite. Then number 5, Porfiro is at 5 to 1. The 2 Lancia is the next one at 11 to 2. And number 1 Bomb Bomb is 8 to 1. 10 to 1 about Famous and Rich, number 6 on the card. 8 Captain Masala. That's priced up as 11 to 1. And there's a horse Tom's Act in here, who's priced up at 13 to 1. He must have a winning chance, Tom's Act. I think Gary John will tell you it's got to go into the play. And 7 Daring Act is priced up around 20 to 1 or thereabouts. Not an easy race, Gary John. Interesting that Rachel Venica, I mean, she has won on Tom's Act before, ridden Tom's Act before. And she's gone with, I don't know if she went with 1 Bomb Bomb, but I see she's taken the ride on that because I thought Tom Zach would, with the 1.5 kilo claim, would have had a brighter chance. But nevertheless, Muzieni's in great form, knows the horse well too, and it's a horse with a chance for me.
Claude, I have to agree with you 100% here with Tom's Act. I do know this horse puts up some really good work. And just knowing that it has beaten Kankise and Glele before, and also Famous and Rich has also beaten Kankise and Glele before. So on that, I do see Kankise and Glele could get rolled in this field, but I added it in because, I mean, on its last run, coming off a rest, draw 7, came from quite far back and was flying at the end. I think today it will be there. It should be in the top 3 in this field, to be quite honest. And then also just speaking on Famous and Rich, ran in a really good field. It came from last time. Also enjoys the poly, must be up there. And the value in Tom's Act, you can't, I think it's priced up wrong, Tom's Act. It's just knowing that Famous and Rich and Tom's Act both have Kangisi and Glele held, and looking at their prices, they both worth a nibble. I have put Field in my 1 pick 6. I found this race a bit tough, but I think you should play for the value over here.
Thank you, Gary John. Okay, let's put our bets up then. In terms of our next jackpot, we're going 4, 6 and 9 by Field, by Banker 2, and at the back we make it a boat race 1 and 6. We got another handicap at the 73 level, going over 1,600 metres. We race number 6 on the card now. Morning Betting has got the following with this race. Number 5 in Quelle tops the boards at around 22 to 10. 1 Fair Advantage is 4 to 1 second favourite. 6 Policy of Truth is 9 to 2. And number 4 Sweeper Keeper that Serena Moodley continues to ride is 5 to 1. 8 Burning Man is 7 to 1. And then you get double figures about the others in this particular event. Interesting race, and it brings up a horse like Sweeper Keeper, which Gary John will tell you more about. But I just having a look at his ratings, his merit ratings, and how the handicapper has tried to keep this horse as competitive as possible. In terms of when he won his race, he was a 72. They dropped him from a 77 to a 72 to win. And then after that, the horse hasn't really achieved much. Went to an 81, dropped back down to a 74. Ran a close-up second at 70, what was it, a 72. And as it got a close-up second, they put it back up to 75 and have dropped it 1 point to 74. It sounds all like spaghetti, doesn't it? But at the end of the day, that's what the handicapper's got to try and do, is keep the horse as competitive as possible. You know, horses try their best to defy the handicapper, and the handicapper doesn't like that at the end of the day. So I think with a dropped rating, this horse will win. But Where's Marcus at the moment? I don't know anymore, Mr. Citron.
Yes, Cloud. I don't know when. Hopefully, like I said, I agree with you there. The handicap has kept this horse in the in the ratings. But I think today, looking at this field, it could definitely get it right. Also knowing on its last run to neither here nor there, watching it come out to win the other day. I know it was on the turf where it came out to win, but it won very easily. So I had to lean towards this on form. I did find this race as a tricky race. Also speaking on fair advantage, number one, it's done nothing wrong. If you look at its Cape form, running 3 lengths Oriental Charm, 4 lengths All About Ronnie, 4 lengths Green Mandarin. If this horse enjoys the poly today, expect improvement in my eyes. And then also one other horse just to speak about as the stable companion to Sweep Animal Impact. I really feel this horse at 40 to 1 is priced up wrong. I think there could be a bit of value in it. The form line it did run a second to Palmero, which we saw get very unlucky the other day on the line. It got beaten. I do see at 40 to 1, I would definitely add this into your exotics, swingers, trifectas, quartets, make it pay. But I'm leaning towards Sweeper Keeper as my first choice. Fair Advantage, my second choice, and my third choice, Animal Impact.
Okay, Animal Impact, any price. And maybe Swingers, Trifectas. This horse did have to ease in its last start in need of the run and may well be right there. But Sweeper Keeper, that's the one Gary John's going with in an each-way play. Okay, back with us. Handicap 73, 1,200 meters is the distance they're going over here. Million Voices we heard about earlier from Gary John in terms of his perms, and that they're playing that as the banker, as well, one of the bankers on the day, Million Voices. And that last start behind Icy Lancaster showed that pace on that occasion over the 1,000 meters, and going over the 1,200 now, it does appear like Million Voices is the right one. Market-wise, what does Betway suggest betting? Well, Million Voices is not the favourite. The favourite is that horse Arvenian Goddess. That's top of the boards, number 7 for Dean Kannemeyer, priced up at 5 to 2. 2 Million Voices, it's 4 to 1. 4 to 1, number 6 Heirloom is the joint second favourite. And number 5 Rafif's Choice is 11 to 2. It's 10 to 1 and better about the others. Million Voices good enough to win here, Gary John?
Claude, I definitely think this horse can win. I've made it my best bet of the day. Once again, I've anchored it in everything. And then if you guys are looking for a form line to separate Million Voices and Arvenian Goddess did get beaten by Magical View. And if we go to the 1,200 meter Scottsville, where Million Voices ran behind Quid Pro Quo 2.8 lengths, Magical View was in there and it finished 4.2 lengths behind. So there's a 1.4 length beating. I do know Magical View has improved, but I honestly do feel this horse has Arvenian Goddess held today. It's got the draw. This horse shows very good gate speed, a very good pace out the gates. And last time it was drawn 9. Obviously, after the scratcher came into draw 9, it was drawn wide, and it did get to the front. I make the danger here, Heirloom. I thought its run in Joburg was a good run, just knowing that Eventrix did come out to win out that form line. But obviously, with the horses traveling up and down, I had to lean to a Million Voices over Heirloom and Arvenian Goddess. I'm having a nice bet. I will be taking the Miller double, Art Nouveau and a Million Voices. I'm strong in the camp here of Million Voices.
Okay, well drawn Million Voices, 1,200 meters. Well, on the Quid Pro Quo run, you've got to say that Million Voices may well be the horse to beat here. And Gary John goes along and stamps that with authority to win this race. All right, our last race today. Let's see what we can do here. This is a 1,200 handicap 74. Latest on the betting in the very last race from Betway is that number 1, Hippocrates, is the favourite. Joints anyway. They bet 4 to 1 the field here. Number 5, Super Fast, is 4 to 1. And so is number 6, Kalahari Roller, who's priced up at 4 to 1. 8 Stars in Heaven is next at 5 to 1. And 5 to 1 about number 4, Professor Lupin. 6 to 1 is the next best on offer. That's a horse called Irish Luck. So from a market perspective, Gary John, it does appear to be an open race, but I think you've narrowed it down to just a few horses, and one of them being Hippocrates.
Clyde, I was very impressed the way Hippocrates won last time. Obviously, when I sent through my bets this morning, the scratching hadn't happened on Preemptive Strike. I made Preemptive Strike a danger in the weights with Hippocrates. Now knowing that it's out the race, my clear first choice is Hippocrates, yeah. And just speaking on my danger, Kalahari Roller, I think his run to Connery was a very good run on the poly, and his previous form to Danton from Santon and Ross Kaddish is not bad form. But just looking at Hippocrates from the plum draw, I think this horse will have everything its own way today once again. And hopefully there'll be no stopping this bomb today, because, I mean, there's nothing really in this field. It's pretty much up against the same bunch as last time. If you're looking to play to beat it, I would be in the camps of numbers 5 and 6, but I'm backing Hippocrates and covering on the exacta with Kalahari Roller to beat it.
Okay, so Hippocrates is our play in the last race. We have got exactas, and we're recommending that we box 1, 5 and 6, or you can go banker 1 if you like it a lot, with 5 and 6 for the next spot. And that's basically our recommendation, the last race here at Hollywoodbets Greyville. Thanks for watching Betways Waiter to Win. We'll be back on Thursday with Daryl Marie to talk about Vaal.